This is Speedo from the Night Marchers, and you're watching Kerrang Video Podcast.
John and Garth from Night Marchers. We've just been bowling.
Yes, we've been bowling.
One of us three are victorious today. Could you raise your hand who won?
I won.
So what's your secret to a great bowling?
The left side of the lane, virgin territory.
Right.
Yep.
Is wax, you know, obviously with the hair, but is wax important on the boards of the bowling alley?
I predicted a win. Came through.
What's the secret?
There's no secret.
Is it just the gun show?
Skill.
It's cool. How did you fare in today's match?
I look better than anyone bowling.
Right. But at the end, if you look at the scorecard at the end of everything,
The score does not show anything other than how many pins you knock down.
right.
It doesn't depict like how you look,
Okay.
how it went,
Right.
the fun that you had, the people that were looking at you and totally admiring you, the way your style.
Yeah. So it's definitely not
When
the
you
winning. it's
when
the
you
thing
look
about-
when you look at the score, it's just like numbers.
Right.
You know.
Do you not believe in math?
I believe in it. Yeah, it exists.
But not today.
Well, it just has nothing to do with bowling. Really.
Okay. That's cool. I noticed you were pulling off some Jesus moves from the Big Lebowski. Is a big influence on the Night Marchers.
The movie being a big influence on the Night Marchers, no. It's a great movie.
How about White Russians?
Yeah, I'm not much of a
really?
milk drinker. Isn't that what White Russian is?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So you finished the tour last night at the Under Club?
Yeah, it went pretty good. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I wouldn't really call it a tour. We were just here for like 5 shows.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it was like kind of more like a John.
High five.
Yeah.
A high five event. Yeah. It's cool. Is there any highlights you want to share with us, or was it just one big sort of rock and roll adventure that you'd have to be there to understand?
For me, the highlights were, obviously playing, having fun playing, and seeing like a bunch of people I haven't seen for a really long time,
Yeah.
and reconnecting with the primitive clan of people over here that appreciate rock and roll music,
Yeah.
and just kind of like, having that rock and roll communion with them, just kind of, hooking up with the allies, figuring out who's on our side, So it's not just going to be a unilateral approach, the Night Marchers.
Yeah. So from both sides, you're coming in from the UK.
Yeah.
You're still buzzing off that bowling win, aren't you?
No.
There's a gun now.
It's predictable.
A predictable win.
There's nothing worse than a smoke winner. But we'll let you.
I wanted to put money on it, but no
Really?
one else wanted to.
I would put at least £1 on it, which is about $5 at the moment. So.
I would,
So the last few years, you've Sullivan's kind of closed for business.
Yeah.
Hot Snakes closed for business. Back from the crypt, obviously. Did you have sort of Night Marchers in mind?
Beehive's still doing business.
Yeah.
Beehive is very good.
That's cool. But did you have the Night Marchers in mind all the time, or was it something that you thought about in the last couple of years?
I've had the idea for the band basically when we started.
Right.
It wasn't something that had been brewing and concocting, and it wasn't like when Hot Snake stopped playing, we were like, oh yeah, and 3 of us are gonna keep playing without Rick. Like everything totally stopped.
Yeah.
Standstill. I had a baby. Just kind of like my mind was being chemically rewired, and just figuring out what the future was going to be. And it was never going to be a future without rock and roll.
Yeah.
I just had to kind of like hang out and do that for a while.
Yeah.
And then now that I'm kind of back on track, it's like Well, fuck yeah. I always knew I could play in other bands.
So is it true rock and roll came to you in a dream and told you to perform the night marches?
The dream, like rock and roll, came to me in a dream. I have lucid rock and roll dreams all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had one day before yesterday, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What happened in your dream?
It was just, just like connecting with my guitar,
Yeah, writing songs.
just becoming one with my instrument.
What would you do if guitars were banned in the US? Would you move to London?
If guitar,
No.
play the synthesizer, I guess.
Really? Synthesizer.
No, I'd probably just, keep riding on rollerblades and hanging out and
Go to the beach, sun ourselves.
Nice. Do you rollerblade in short shorts?
no, I don't rollerblade. If guitars were outlawed, it would just make it more sexy.
Yeah. You'd be totally wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're about to release Whose Lady Are You on the 23rd of June.
Yeah.
Do you think romance is dead for a lot of rock and roll bands?
Romance. Well, I just think the innuendo, unfortunately, was like completely taken by bands like Aerosmith and AC/DC, and as much as I like them, they totally ruined it. They totally gave the innuendo a bad name. When people like Chuck Berry, Jerry Lee Lewis, Elvis Presley were able to kind of like totally rock the innuendo
Yeah.
and make it nasty and make parents appalled, but at the same time bring an innocence there, So I think it's not so much about romance, it's not so much about rape, but it's about that kind of in-between gray area that
Yeah.
exists in there.
There's a thin line between romance and rape.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And it's not something to laugh or joke about.
I know.
So why are you smiling?
It's something that I've never really considered before, and I'm just consumed by
Yeah.
quite a powerful question.
Yeah.
There's no laughing.
No, it's just we have to take back the rock and roll innuendo.
Yeah.
We have to sing about fucking and making love or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And it's not about, wang dang, sweet poontang, fucking, because all those 70s fucking rockers, they fucking killed the fucking innuendo.
Yeah.
They made it so lame.
What would you say to Ted Nugent if he came down the stairs?
What would I say to him?
Yeah, like some really innuendo suck.
Yeah. I don't know. I would have nothing to say to him.
Just ignore him.
Okay, here he comes walking on,
Hi, Ted.
and then he's coming down here. But
What's he doing here?
Yeah. He's a big fan of bowling, but he's not killing animals or voting Republicans. So.
yeah.
So what are your plans for the rest of the year? Where the UK is involved? Do you have any tour dates planned for them?
Yeah, we got a bunch of nothing's booked yet, but we got a bunch of plans. Yeah, October is pretty much October for sure. We'll be here. And it's looking like it won't be until January that we'll come again. But both October and January are kind of locked.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, we look forward
Yeah,
to it. And, maybe you can take on Kerrang again. Maybe not lose by such a slim margin.
Well, let's play a real sport.
What's a real sport?
Boxing.
Yeah, I'm really good at that.
Mano.
Yeah.
Or ping pong.
Ping pong's. I could do
you do
that.
Do you do tennis?
I've done it topless. Topless tennis, I do.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go in a car park.
Next time we'll put a cover story on the line.
Yeah. We'll do that. Yeah.
You pick the sport.
Sounds good. That sounds good.
After you lose.
Then each.
Yeah, take Sepultura off the cover and put us on.
Yep, you heard it here first, so no more Sepultura. But John, Garth, thank you very much, and I look forward to playing you at some
Hey,
solo sport.
I just want to tell you, thank you very much for writing about our band. I really appreciate
Very
you
welcome.
spreading the word. I mean that.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no, thank you very much.